Hey y'all, real quick. So I'm ready to get ready, fix my hair, and I'm gonna do a little story time with you guys. But first, how you guys doing? What's going on? What's up? Okay. So I'm just take some coconut oil and put it on my hair. But let's get into the story time. So my cousin grandfather just passed away. And I was debating whether or not I was going to go to the funeral, show my respects. So I decided not to go. I just, let my mother go ahead and, pay respects for the whole family. So I didn't go because of I'm still healing as an individual, as a person, from my childhood trauma and the way he treated me as a child when I would go and stay over, my cousin in them house. He would just like treat me real crazy. At one point in time, I ended up going to live with them. And when I tell you it was crazy, he did not like my mother. He changed the number of the house because my mother was calling, to talk to me and stuff. He said she's calling too much. So he changed the house number. You change your house number and the person child that you have is in the house, like why would you do that? But let's start from the beginning. So one time, I remember this time because I don't know why I remember like everything this motherfucker done did to me or said to me, but this one time, I wish it was at night. It was late at night, and I'm laying in the bed. My aunt came and woke me out my sleep. I'm laying in my cousin's bed. I'm standing like on my cousin's house. She came and woke me out my sleep. It's late because I'm asleep, and it gotta be late. That's what I'm thinking. It gotta be late because I'm asleep. We stayed up, we was playing, and now we went to bed, and they woke me up. Well, she woke me up. So she had woke me up, told me to put my clothes on. I put my clothes on. She told me, she's gonna what did she say she gonna take me home? I'm not sure what she said, but I know she told me put my clothes on. I put my clothes on. We get in the car. She's driving around. I don't know what's going on. She's just driving around. She didn't say nothing really to me. She's just driving around, but she called her husband, my cousin father, on the phone. Like after some time of us just driving around, driving nowhere. She called him on the phone, and she like, I don't have no place to take her. You feel me? No, you know what? She didn't call him on the phone. When we got home, when we got back, we went back to her house because she ain't had no way to take me. She couldn't take me home at whatever time it was. I know it was late. Like it was early in the morning, like 1, 2. It was late like that. So she couldn't, I didn't know what was going on, but you feel me? Once I got back in the house and I heard her say, you feel me, I ain't had nowhere to take her. You feel me? She knew she couldn't take me home because my mother was living with my grandmother and my grandfather. And if she would have took me back to the house with my mother and first of all, my mother would have went off, but my grandmother would have been, you feel me, furious over the whole situation. So, I'm not sure if that night he put his hands on her, but I know he did have a hand problem. Okay, how did I know? From my mother. My mother used to tell me stories about when I was a baby and how she used to have to run down on, you feel me, the situation. So that's one situation. We was riding around. Basically, he didn't want me in his house. He wanted me out of his house. So he told her, basically, get this little bitch out of my motherfucking house. I don't care where you take her somewhere. She put me in the car. She driving around with me. She don't know where to take me. She don't know what to do. She can't take me home. She know where I live at. She can't take me home. You feel me? She just riding around so she could bring me back to the house. And the way the house is set up, the rooms are, you feel me, it's like a real house. So, the rooms are like this next to each other. So it's their room, my cousin room, and then my other cousin room. But this is my girl cousin room. So it's like that, like an L. So my aunt room and my girl cousin room was next to each other. So you could hear everything. So I did hear her basically say I didn't have nowhere to take her. Blah, blah. Like, I can't take her home. I didn't have nowhere to take her, so I just brought her back here. That's one incident. Baby, another incident is when I was over my cousin's house, and my aunt, it was time for me to go home after church. I usually, they would take me home. I would come over there for the weekend, and after church I would go home. So this time, I guess my aunt had something to do. So my uncle had to take me home. But before he took me home, he took me past, I guess, his friend's houses. You feel me? Some people that he knew. So, we was all sitting in the kitchen, and they was talking about some lady buying a fur coat, and then the fur coat, it was some type of bugs in it, and the bugs started biting the lady or something like that. So they was talking about that. I was just sitting there listening. So when it was time for him to take me home, he didn't treat me no type of way in front of those people, you feel me? Because it was really nothing to say. And if he did, I really don't remember. I just remember talking about the lady with the coat. So when it was time for him to take me home, it's me, him, and it's his homeboy or something. So I'm in the back seat, he's driving, his homeboy in the passenger seat. So this man, when we get to my house, I fall asleep, you feel me? But before we get to the house, I fall asleep. But when we get to the house, I'm still asleep. Instead of him, tapping me, calling me, by my name, he didn't touch me at all. He didn't call me. He just opened the back door and just let the air hit me. And it was crazy because he was standing right there, and he was talking as I was waking up. He was standing right there, and he was talking to the guy, and he was laughing about something, but he never touched me. He never called me. He just opened the door to let the air hit me. I never told my mother, you feel me, about none of the situations, because my mother was really crazy as a child. And baby, when I tell you my cousin wouldn't have had a father, she wouldn't have had a father. Like, she would not have had a father at all, okay? So I never told my mother, and he never put his hands on me, for real. If he would have put his hands on me, I would have told my mother. She would have, you feel me, broke his ass down, honey, because my mother was in the military, baby. She's not to be played with. So, I never told her, because I know how my mother is. She can get real crazy. You feel me? So, I never, told my mother about the situation or nothing like that. So, they continue to happen. So, this time, I get taken away from my mother. I'm in not foster care, but the people my mother had a drinking problem, okay? So, so somehow the DSS got called, not Department of Social Services, but like DCF got called, and I had to end up going to stay with my aunt. They try to find a parent. I mean, not a parent, but like a family member before they put you anywhere else. They try to get a close family member. So the closest family member I had was my grandfather and my aunt. So for that one night, I went to my aunt's house, like emergency placement. So before we got there, the social worker, she asked me was I hungry. She took me to McDonald's, got me some eat, and got me a sundae. You feel me? I'm psyched as shit. I'm like, oh, you feel me? I'm ready to eat. My mother wasn't taking me to no McDonald's and all of that, baby. Like, So McDonald's, I was really so hyped about the sundae, baby. I'm a kid. I love ice cream. It was a cherry sundae. I remember this. I put it in the freezer because it was late once I got there. You feel me? So I put it in the freezer because I'm going to tear it down the next day. The next day, I get up. You feel me? Bop, bop, bop. I go downstairs because that's what we did. We went downstairs to watch TV because my cousin, she had a TV in her room, but the TV was like an old TV. It really ain't getting no channels or nothing. My aunt, she had a daycare. She been doing daycare for years. So the basement was like, it had everything down there. So we would go down there and watch TV, play, and do whatever we do. So when I went down to the basement, I see the ice cream, the sundae on the TV, and it's 8. Like, you feel me? They tore it down, but they left the trash there so I can see it. They left it on top of the TV so I can see it. Me being a child, I can't go off. You get what I'm saying? I cannot go off on this man for eating my shit, knowing it's my shit, but he ate it because he ain't like me. So I just and at this time I was staying with them. You feel me? Because this is the next day. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure where I'm gonna go at. I just know I'm not staying with my mother right now because, you know, last night my mother got really, really intoxicated, and you feel me, she was just acting a fool. So I went to go live with my grandfather after that. But my grandfather, he's like he was an entrepreneur. He's old now, so he don't, you know, he used to build houses and, you know, rent out houses, and he did a little bit of everything, honey. So he really didn't have time to like cater to me and, you know, give me all the attention and do what he needed to do, because he, first of all, he was an old guy, but he was like, he an entrepreneur. He's you know, he's building houses in Virginia. He's building houses in Maryland. You know, he's going different places doing stuff. And I'm a child in school. You get what I'm saying? So he sends me to go live with my aunt. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if he knew what was going on. I don't think he knew. You feel me? He was, I guess, expecting my aunt to say something if it was a problem with me staying there. But make a long story short, I end up going back to stay there. And this is, I end up going to stay there, and this is how the change in the house phone number and all that stuff came about, honey. So this is why I didn't go to that funeral, because baby, I might have had a flashback, honey, and I might have just zapped out and went off. So I just, you know, declined going to the funeral. I'm not even sure if I told you about the funeral that I was supposed to go to, but I didn't, because I'm still healing from my childhood trauma. I'm not sure, but baby, it's a lot going on, honey, okay? But my hair is finished. I'm going to spray it down so I can get out of here. Baby, whatever it is that you're going through, whatever it is that you've been through, know that it does not define you. Keep going. Continue to heal and continue to be great, okay? All right, y'all, ciao.